Ken, I guess I'll just ask you a few preliminary questions about what's going on. I missed the last thing, so I don't really know too much about it myself. But if you could just fill me in and tell me a few of the details of what we're going to be doing. Is this? Oh, it's also.
Well, you've already answered a lot of your question by the tone in your voice, which says it's obviously ridiculous to ask such a question.
Well, okay. All right.
I figure that our function on this earth is to reflect the other fellow, whatever instrument that we can use, be it a tape recorder or a camera or a pencil or a mirror. If I can reflect you and the places where I see the barbs and the hang-ups, and do it with some amount of love and not with hostility, so that there's as little pain as possible, it means that you can move on.
Oh, then this would be the purpose of it. In other words, by...
It's completely therapeutic.
Oh.
Good word.
With how much success?
Well, you see around you some of the more successful ventures right now. You can see some of the lamest and limpiest and looniest people in the Bay Area.
Well, with what kind of direction do you aim this therapy, as you call it?
Well, as navigator of this venture, I try as much as possible to set out in a direction that in the first place is practically impossible to achieve, and then along the way mess up the minds of the crew with as many chemicals as we can lay our hands on, so it's almost certain that we can't get there.
Well, would you say that it was deliberately self-defeating then?
Oh, this is really good.
This is about as deliberately self-defeating as anything has ever been in history. Most of the people, I think, involved in this realize that there's nothing to be gained.
Oh.
That every time you try to lay your hands on something and get hold of it, that you've sold yourself down the river. It's a lie. The first prankster rule is that nothing lasts. And if you start there and really believe that nothing lasts, you try to achieve nothing at all times.
Well, if you're trying to achieve nothing, why do you put so much effort into achieving nothing?
We have nothing else to do.
Well, it seems that an absolute nothing would be what you would kind of advocate more than an organized disorganization.
Organized disorganization is like nothing. That's a self-canceling fact. It's like non-music or... see, none of us are musicians or navigators or technicians. We're all completely bumbling amateurs. First, because like Galileo or Columbus or anybody who makes any sort of discovery at all in this world, they have to do it by accident. That means that we have to do something that will almost ensure accident. And since a human being is so damn proficient at grooving himself a rut and staying in it at all costs so that he doesn't get hurt, we have to do something to break us out of that rut. The rut of our minds, which has been going along the same kind of thinking for so many thousands of years that we don't even realize that our thoughts are going nowhere new. You can't have a new idea. You know, you can't just sit down there on the toilet and begin to strain and go forward and find a new idea. You can be enlightened, which is like and to do that though you have to wander into a new area.
Well, staying along the same line more or less with the type of sounds and noises that you'll be using, what is their purpose?
Imagine how it used to be like when people started talking. The first guy that ever realized that he could use this mechanism in his throat to make a a sound that would communicate a feeling, emotion, or fact in the brain of another being over there. At that time, we probably were humming all the time. We were probably making just continual noises. It's done, like I was saying before, to emphasize something that's going on with us. There is, right now, between you and I, a weirder thing happening than usually happens, just because we're getting close enough to begin to examine it. You get a lot of people examining it for a long time, it gets very weird. It's extremely weird.
And this is what we're headed towards. In other words, that is a trip.
Well, the trip is an open circle, I think. Everything else is closed circle. The trip means that there's still a place in what is happening for me to fit into, or for you to fit into. If you're listening to the radio, it's a closed circle. It's already happened, you know. This all has to do with time. You see, when I say something now, it's taking how long for the voice to get to you, to your ears and your head, so that whatever I do happens at a point in time when it finally reaches you, by mail or by whatever you want to call it. By then it's a closed circle. There's no place for you to interrupt in. Everything is closed circles between people. When you get an open circle, it's dangerous. It's like children or animals. It means they demand you doing weird things, like playing a harmonica that is going nowhere. That at any moment you can add to it your own kind of noise, and it's part of it. This is different from Beethoven's Fifth, which is finished, and there's no place for me in it, except as an audience.
Ken Babbs, right? Blonde-haired?
Ken?
Oh, that's the guy back there.
Yeah.
We've already got him on microphone.
Oh, yeah?
No, we've been picking all that up, too.
What are you doing, Ken?
Just goof. Let him do it, whatever he's
Just
doing.
goofing.
Why?
Just fun, that's all. Just good, honest fun. A hard day's fun. Been working at it all day. Sometimes I put in 18 hours a day of fun.
18 hours a day?
Yep, at least sometimes, when I really get going. When it starts to accelerate and builds up, then pretty soon I'm just having fun all the time.
That's the best thing, right?
Well, who knows? But it's fun.
What about death for you?
What about it?
That's the termination of your fun, right?
Who knows?
You don't know.
No, I'm not dead. Nobody believes that.
Oh, so death for you is something that's up in the air. You don't have any ideas about death.
Ideas about death?
Yeah.
I don't have any good ideas about it, because if I did, you'd hear it. That's for sure. No, I must not have, because death, death. What about it?
Well, would you like to die?
What a question. Well, yeah, is that some kind of a threat or something? What do you want, my money, my harmonica? Huh? That's all I got,
No,
plus my bandana, my knife? No, you used that to kill me. Can't have my knife. How about a cough drop? No, it's just one.
Okay.
Oops, excuse me.
Do, 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 do.